Hi everyone, how's it going? It's been 2 weeks or more since the last time I made a video, and there are good reasons for that, in my opinion. Well, first, I moved out. This is my new house now, and I have made a lot of changes, and tried to make a video was pretty much impossible for me because I had to take care of everything. And along the way, I discovered many other things that concerned my health or my mental state in general. And I thought they deserved some attention or some more attention than previously. And so, what I had to say is that, what I had in my mind to say maybe is that I was a guy that, or I still believe I am, a guy that typically does not easily give up or does not give up at all, especially when things got harder. Why does that matter now? Why do I mention this now? Because I mention this because, for example, I want to blow this channel up. I want to fill it with as much useful and beautiful content possible for as many people as they are interested to see it. And the thing is that I want to work on it. But the thing is, there's the thing called sabotage. And for some reason, I never thought this could influence me a lot. Why I'm saying this? Because from the moment I was raised and basically were able to understand people and being able to speak words, I had the impression that I had to try more in order for me to get people to like me or to communicate with them properly, the way I wanted. And so I mentioned this because I had to work a lot for me to communicate with regular people, even though for most people that did not take as much effort. For me, it did more. I need more effort to do that. And so that was just one small section that I had to put everything I've got, and eventually being able to do it so good, so fluently, that everything was easy if I tried it a lot for once. For example, I don't struggle the way I did with people once. Now it's way more easier for me to communicate and exchange opinions and make friendships, etc., and relationships beyond that. And so relationships will be one section that I had struggled before, and that now I'm not struggling so much now. Another thing will be my movements. It wasn't easy always for me to move the way I do. I wasn't always this athletic and this physically present and strong in general, so fast. I also loved to exercise, and basically that was another boost into why I should put more reasons why to start doing it and basically never stop. And I can say with ease I'm at the very best physique I've ever been. I try not to do many other exercises of physique and calisthenics in particular, where I try to basically do a handstand or handstand push-ups or rings on the bar in a way. And so I was a guy that basically for everything that was against me or tried to be an obstacle for me, it wasn't really an obstacle for me. And with sheer force, I could basically get rid of every obstacle that I ever had in almost every way. Now, that's a thing that could give anyone's insane confidence. And I'm saying that I'm not crazy confident, but I think I can handle most things in life. Actually, the hardest things that I have ever faced or I'm about to face are going to be because I believe I can do it, obviously. But there's a catch. I'm saying this in a way that I have insane confidence, believing that I can do things on my own. And basically, if I am the most variable, the only variable in this equation, let's say, that I can say that, okay, I've got a body, steady. Maybe I should say constant. I have these exercises, constant, and the only variable is me. That basically whether has the power or the willpower or the discipline to basically exercise enough to exercise that muscle for me to gain power and growth over that in time. And so, with enough patience and actually love for the exercise and for the sensations of feeling strong, I was able to do it. And with enough months in a way, I was able to make an exercise that I thought I couldn't do it before. For example, a larger number of push-ups that previously I could not do. Now I'm able to do it. For example, things in general that are completely based on how I'm going to perform are the things that I believe I have more confidence on. So this is where it gets tricky. When more people are involved, I have a tendency to basically not exactly lose faith or lose confidence, but to calculate miscalculations, either for my part towards the other person, or the miscalculations that the other person may not have calculated. For example, if I have to be in school or in college and basically try to share a project, basically we could split the entire project with two parts, 50-50% of the work. And if I say, okay, I can do this 50%, that is mine, I can make it fucking pretty much perfect. Okay, and so the other person that has gained the other 50%, I must know that I can do it, that he or she can do it as well. And so that is basically where some doubts may as well coming up, because it is completely unknown for me. And so when more variables are being added to the equation of me having to do a task or something or a project, well, the more complicated it gets in my eyes. And so each and every variable needs an examination on its own. Where are its limits? This where it starts, this where it ends. It cannot take, how should I say this? It cannot take a value that exceeds its own limits. And so, if I'm able to do almost everything on my own, pretty much I think I can do almost everything. But if there are more people, for example, that I do not know as much, basically the things gets harder, obviously. And I think speaks for many other people. I mean, I think that many other people are going to agree on this. And so, why am I saying now all this stuff? I'm saying this because I want to work insanely hard on this YouTube channel. I want to be a philosopher in a way. There's no better time for me to become a philosopher, because I may as well work my 9 to 5 at my day job and then basically do all the things that I really want to do. And eventually I want this to be my life. I want this to be my thing. And so, in a way, I don't seem to be able to do it anytime soon. And I'm saying this because I have the impression that I'm saying that I really want to do it. But now, I suspect, after a long time, probably some years now, I don't seem to be able to be able to do it. And I'm seeing the result of me not making this channel grow. And at the same time, I don't seem to realize what seems to be the thing that holds me back, in a way. And I recently discovered that there's a thing that called shadow work. And that basically suggests that your subconscious mind, your self that is rooted deep within you, things, unsolved issues that basically rooted deep inside, are the things that basically convince you that no, you can't. You cannot win. You cannot get what you want. You cannot succeed in the way that you say you want. Why? Because basically it tries to hold you back. it basically tries to destroy you. And that is basically the theory. And I thought this was very interesting, and I decided to make some efforts to say what happens, what may as well be behind this. Well, turns out I seem to be thinking, for example, my sexuality, okay? And so sexuality may as well holds my secret to what I really think or believe, what I really desire in a way, in my preferences. And so the things that I seem to like reveal to me basically that how those things make sense. Well, they make sense because I really suspect that I'm going to stay alone for most of my life. But when I say alone, I mean mainly in the form of sexual relationships, not so much in the friendships, because I have amazing friendships, and I think I have plenty of space and future and capacity for other friendships to come. And so, even though I have insane confidence being able to be the person that can perform intense friendship, relationships, and skills to these kind of people, my friends, I cannot really actually say the same about my partners when it comes to my intimacy preferences. Now, why should anyone say this? Why would someone who says they can do everything by himself, almost everything that has to do only with himself, why would a person like that say that he has no confidence being able to do something as regular as attracting in a way the partner that he always wants? Well, I'm saying this because basically I don't really think I can, and everything that I am supposed to do will never be enough, and I will never be enough. And in a way, I'm just going to exhaust my batteries, my social batteries, my energy, my efforts to satisfy the other person. And basically, I don't really think I can do it because it will never be enough. For some reason, I believe that I'm never going to be, I will never satisfy the partner that I'm supposed to satisfy for her to be, in a way, content, to just stay, to just enjoy each other's company and just stay. And so, I don't think I'm gonna be very successful with romantic relationships, exactly because the other person, the other lady, for example, has her own variables, which to me are still unknown, and basically those things are out of my reach and out of nothing. You may as well say we end this. Whereas the relationships when it comes to friendships have nothing to do with such kind of unpredictability. If there is a genuine friendship, right? And so I always believed in my relationship skills as a friend, but not so much as a romantic partner. And the thing is that I generally believe that I'm going to stay alone for the rest of my life, but at the same time, when I'm saying this, I'm still saying that, hey, no matter what, just destroy everything. Just go ahead and enjoy the process, meet new women, meet new ladies, and just have fun and be interesting and enjoy your time with them. It doesn't have to be the end of the world. Nothing. You'll die alone, and that's it. Even though I suspect that I subconsciously find that to be true, that I believe that to be true, I also at the same time, my conscious mind, I'm saying, no, this can't be it. There's just no way of me being able to think this and just say, okay, that's cool, gonna die alone. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I do believe that there is something wrong with that. I won't just accept that. Because, as I said, I don't think I give up easily. I want to take what I want with patience and in quiet and working my way through. because I'm a guy that basically worked out. I'm basically a guy that raised up to believe that basically anything can happen with enough work, patience, and discipline. And these are basic structures into why I believe I can do anything in the first place. And the thing is that another thing that basically gives me very good reasons as to why I believe subconsciously that I will die alone or I will stay alone is that being able to communicate with your partner, particularly in my case, to be able to communicate with my woman, with my potential wife, my lady, has to do with me being able to communicate in an emotional filter, let's say. I'm a guy that, for the most part, talks out with words, and basically that every person that tries to make their own meaning out of their minds with words, basically everything, every, let's say, eye direction, every movement with hands, every pause for thought, and then try to say something, or maybe something, or an indication that basically a person is trying, or in a way lifting weights, as if it's lifting weights. It's just an indication that the person is trying to think. And basically, when people don't really think that much, it's an indication that thinking is something unknown to them. And when they make such movements, it's an indication that they try to pass upon me the message that they think. And so I take extreme caution not to just take their own body language and just say like, okay, even though he may as well said that, he doesn't seem to believe it, because those two things don't really seem to collide with each other. He doesn't really seem to say, I'm sorry. Maybe I should say, he doesn't really mean to say, I am sorry, when he's so pissed, or he just seems so angry or mad, whatever. It's just that I don't really think that way. Instead, I would be a guy that, in the same scenario, that if I see a guy, for example, say to me aggressively, I'm sorry, while being mad, I'm not going to think that he does not mean it. I'm going to say that there are reasons to believe that the person that is, let's say, is apologizing, he finds obstacles in front of him that prevents him from being able to say this smoothly and with calmity and with peaceful calm in a way. And so I'm a very verbal guy, and I think that nothing matters unless I say everything on my mind, which is a very basic skills and the basis of communication. And in my eyes, it's just that when you are in a romantic relationship with someone, that is the verbal does not seem to matter a lot, and basically the indirect communication seems to matter the most. And the thing is that when you are on your own and you just try to seduce the other person, and you just don't get the communication, the signals, all those things, the cues, well, it's not any different that a person who, for the most part, speak Chinese try to speak with a person that speaks German, and both of those people are trying to seduce each other. Both see the disconnect, and both are going to be frustrated if they want to have a certain result in a way, or disappointed. And that is how it feels for the most part for me to be trying to communicate with women that I'm basically interested in. Because I recently realized that basically the women that I might will be attracted to or want to are the ones who need to feel as if they're desired, and that is something that describe with words. Like I used to say that makes sense. Hey, I like you. That's just the end of it. No. It's a bit more, not complicated, a bit more, it needs to be felt and be a bit heavy. It's just, it just need to be direct with actions. And so things like that are the things that make me basically say that, okay, I think I understand the concept of indirect communication, even though I believe I suck at it still. But yeah, just do your thing. Just don't give up. Again, the same thing. And beyond that, I believe that I must speak the language of emotion. That is basically the cues, the expressions, the all that, the energy, which used to be something I really despise because I used to be a guy that basically hates feelings. And in what sense do I believe that this makes actual sense? I believe this to make sense in a way that I thought feelings were the enemy. For example, if there is a stressful situation, if you need to write an exam and you just need to have your head there, or you're just working and there's huge pressure and you just need to perform at your job at a certain point in that specific time as fast as you can, basically, and everything perfect, stable, and on point. Basically, if you need to perform, you must not have very many distractions in a way. And so I thought feelings were just distractions and nothing more. Basically, if you're trying to concentrate, even though if there is pressure, who cares about your anxiety? It's just an obstacle. Get rid of that nonsense. That would be the thing that I'm trying to just say. But the thing is, anxiety may as well come from the need for performance, for competence. And that's the thing, that I used to hate feelings because they were holding me down in my competence and basically the things that I actually want to do. And they did not help me to concentrate in many ways and basically make me go off rail, derail the entire thing that I was doing because I was feeling those stuff that I didn't want to feel because they were distractions. Basically, I'm trying to work and try to make more income for me, let's say. And because I'm saying to myself, okay, this is work, therefore work sucks, and I don't really like to work in just for the sake of working. Who just loves doing that? I would love to just make my own work for the sake of believing that I'm the only one who can do it, and the thing that I'm doing it is basically beautiful and meaningful, and it matters in a way. And so, with all this, it just makes sense in that point of view. When we just say, I hate feelings, what do I feel those things? Get out of here. Disappear. While at the same time, feelings are there to protect us in a way. For example, fear is also a very powerful emotion, even though I have some, how should I say this, some objections towards it. But it's just the thing that exists because without it, we would not exist, obviously. If we humans still have fear, it is because it's a defense mechanism that helps us survive, right? And so, this is just by the way, my new way of thinking about fear, for example, but I just want to concentrate a little bit more on the previous view that I had, which is, hey, since I have these useless feelings that I hate and I don't want them, why should I have them? Die, get out of here, disappear. Disappear, get out. You're not welcome here. And so, I just want to concentrate on that a bit, and basically say that I believe that I may as well have some trauma because I had such strict way of seeing my own feelings and basically what they were trying to tell me. Because I was trying to say, you know what? You are banished. You're not welcome here. And if you are going to persist I'm gonna have to take your head off. I'm gonna have to damn kill you in a way. And so I'm saying this to basically say that I have to open my personal gates of hell and just go as a prime minister. My consciousness go down there as a prime minister and basically try to find those prisoners that have been banished and expelled from the outside world and basically are rot in my own personal hell in a way, and try to find them and heal them because they're my children basically, and I torture them. So, the amazing thing is that I believe that for the most part I'm a healthy person and mentally I'm very good for my standards at least. Now it's just that I discovered an entire new section of me that basically needs healing, basically needs acceptance or love or all those stuff. Even though I'm a guy that still believe, by the way, that I have lived happily young years. I had a happy childhood, and I was satisfied. But but at the same time, I'm saying that everything could be way worse. I could just easily may as well not have parents or a brother. I could just have easily not have the friends that I have today, and basically say that we made it. It's just, even though my childhood is very good, even though for my own taste, at the same time, it's just a period that I'm saying that I just endured it until now, which is now is everything that I ever wanted in a way. And so I suspect now that I have many other issues and personal growth that I have to deal with, and these are the great news in my opinion, because I found out what basically holds me back, what basically needs to be done, and I need to find ways to grow. And this is just my attempt to discover that I want to make more money for myself, to basically make a business eventually, or just trying to not live paycheck after paycheck. And that goes along with it, personal growth. You cannot make basically a business if you are a broken person who just cannot in a way handle hardships and not communicate with people and not talking to the people that you really want to spend time with, and basically avoid discomfort all the times and just not concentrating and sticking to that one thing. I just have to go again through past it, and I just need to find a way to do it more efficiently, because I believe also that the same energy I have to say, you know what, I'm going to just destroy everything and go through and wane at almost every level, at almost everything. It's just also the version that I grew up with, and the confidence that I say that I have, even though that I had back then. And that same mentality are basically what ignores the feelings and issues I used to have back then. And basically, I'm a person who needs to take care of those things. At the same time, I'm just listening to myself and say, what a pathetic idiot you are. I mean, you're just a grown-ass man. Grow up. Do things for yourself. Don't just give so much importance on those damn things. And just pass. Just let go. And that is basically what I've been trying to do. Unless, of course, I'm trying to just grow and make a bit more money. And basically, at the same time, realize that I am the one sabotaging myself, not allowing myself to grow. And my subconscious self tells me there are things I must watch to look after, and then basically pay attention on them because I need to heal in a way. And after that, let's just hope that everything goes great. And I believe that this is gonna be the video for today. Appreciate you so much if you managed to get this far. Of course, you're more than welcome to tell me what you think in the video. Please leave a like, it helps a lot. And I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye, goodbye, and thank you so much for your time.